Today is Lag BaOmer, the 33rd day in the counting of the Omer between Passover and Shavuot. Traditionally, this day is celebrated with picnics and Torah study and bonfires, a joyous day amidst the more serious time of the Omer. Tragically, something terrible has happened in the celebration of the Omer this year. In Mount Meron in Israel, where Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, the founder of Jewish mysticism, is believed to be buried, a bunch of Jews were there celebrating, and in the overcrowding were trampled, many of them, to their deaths. I struggle to know what to say in a moment such as this, feeling like Aaron, who was silent after the killing of his sons, Nadav and Avihu, where the Torah says, Vayidom Aharon, and Aaron was silent. Sometimes in grief we feel like crying out, and other times we just don't know what to say, and we are silent. But my thought was to bring us back to Lag BaOmer and to teach us a little bit about the purpose of the day in memory of those whose lives were lost in celebration of what was supposed to be a sacred day. So Lag BaOmer is a day in which weddings are allowed and music is played and celebrations are allowed amidst a time of the Omer when we are meant to refrain from that kind of celebration, traditionally not listening to music and not scheduling weddings. This is because we are remembering those who died in either the Bar Kokhba rebellion, the Jewish rebellion against Roman rule, such as Rabbi Akiva and his students, or, as tradition has it, the notion that Rabbi Akiva and his students died in a terrible plague that killed people for not, as punishment for not respecting one another. Whatever it is, the Omer is meant to be its time of seriousness and inwardness, in memory of tragedy that has happened to the Jewish people. Whereas Lag BaOmer is a respite from that seriousness and a respite from that inwardness, turning outward in celebratory mode. I hope that on this Lag BaOmer, despite all the tragedy that has befallen the Jewish people, both historically and even on this very day, we are able to find some of the delight of the day, the delight of Shabbat, to study some Torah and to honor the legacy of Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, who in fact survived the killings after the Bar Kokhba rebellion. Let us remember that Am Yisrael Chai, the nation of Israel, lives on, to remember and memorialize those lost on this tragic and yet sacred day. Shabbat Shalom.